We don't have a quorum, so we can just have the meeting without a vote.
Okay.
But we will have a roll call.
Gene Seuss, Bob Rowe,
Carrie Shiva,
Maureen Halpin.
and Yammer.
Cheryl Westerman.
Okay. You gotta speak loud because we don't have the extra microphone. Even though we're not voting, we still need to have it recorded. There's no citizens, so there's no comments. Communications? Nothing. We read the meetings, but we can't vote on it. Is there any questions on the meeting? If there's no questions, we'll move on. Director's report?
Good morning. Those of you who braved the snow. Welcome February. Let's see, the budget, I have nothing over the top to announce. We're pretty much on schedule. I will be looking at the formula grant to make sure we're on schedule for those amounts because we can reallocate some of that money to be used up before the deadline of June 30th to make sure that it is being expended. Gas has been less expensive this year than in years past, so there might be some money, additional money we can spend on programming or other things out of that money for the year. We did offer a free week of exercise classes, and I'm happy to report that went very well. We did have more people in every class show up for that week. So even that difference between the normal class cost is $3 and offering them for free so people could try them out was successful. And our Thursday morning group, Strength and Balance, is up to around 20 people now on average, which is considerably higher than it's been. And I think it was a positive thing. The AARP tax program, we are full for appointments right now. So we are coming up with a list of other locations that are closest to us that have appointments still available to make available for the public at the front desk in case people still need to get those appointments, because we don't anticipate having additional days. We did have to cancel yesterday because of the snow, so we'll do our best to make those appointments up, but we probably will not have any additional appointments. I attended a meeting for MCOA, which is the state professional organization at UMass Medical School. They have a grant at the moment to look at their research projects to try to get a more diverse group of individuals in the research projects. So they've seen that historically there are less people of different ethnicities, less older people, less young people in their studies, so they're trying to make that more representative. So this group is coming together to try to explain to them strategies how they can try to make those research projects more appealing to those groups they're trying to see. There was supposed to be an MCOA meeting on Friday that I planned on attending, but that was also canceled due to the snow. It has not been rescheduled. We have made some updates to our website to try to make it more current on the town site, auburnguide.com. So there was some old property tax information on there. There was some links that were just no longer valid. So we've updated some of that information and will continue to do so. Not on your director's report, but I just wanted to give a quick staff update. Usha Verma, our new outreach coordinator, has begun. She's been here a few weeks now. Has been a lovely addition so far, is really enjoying getting to know everyone, and she'll be on the cover with our current outreach worker, Shirley Kemp, of the March newsletter to try to get more people to know that they're here. They can help people with trying to find home care, information about housing, a wide range of things if they need help with food pantries or food stamps or anything like that. The two of them can try to help. And we did offer the van driver position to someone, but that candidate fell through. So we have now interviewed a few more individuals, and we have offered it to another individual, and he's going through all of the necessary background checks, physical, drug test. So won't know for a few weeks if he will complete the process, but he has started it. So hopefully that will go well for us. We are updates on capital projects. We're still working on the doors and what we want to do there. Furniture update, we have ordered the new desk for Usha, who's had a new office, so she didn't have a desk there, and some new chairs that will be coming either the end of this week, but most likely next week. And we're working on getting the card tables that the card players want. I'm having trouble finding a company that has as many as they want in stock, but we're moving forward. The alarm work will be done on Wednesday, February 17th. They will be on site, American Alarm, to make some upgrades that we needed since we changed the doors around. The sensors need to be in different spots. Upcoming programs, there is a program currently going on that they're making floral arrangements. We have a card making class on February 23rd, which still has room in it. There's Valentine's cupcake decorating contest this Wednesday, February 10th at 12:30, and that is still, there's still room in that program. Coming up in March, we have the Massachusetts Senior Medicaid Patrol Program. They are going to come and speak about how to try to reduce fraud and errors that may occur when you're going for Medicare appointments. There's a lot of fraud and different things that happen that they can advise us on how to look out for those billing errors and things like that. Consumer University, Robin Putnam, who is a research and special projects manager from the Office of Consumer Affairs and Business Regulation, will come out, and she's going to speak about their office and what work they do and what you can go to them for, but also how to spot. We've all heard about, they can put these little devices now on ATMs and on gas pumps to kind of steal money off your credit card, that they, you run your credit card and they're actually getting the information. So she's going to speak about how to spot that. So good ideas of what to look for when you're going to those places with your card. And we're having a Thinking of Downsizing presentation on Tuesday, March 29th at 1 p.m. It's going to talk about if you're considering moving, what you would like to do with your belongings, or you might have to downsize considerably if you're moving from a single family home into one of the affordable housings around, or an assisted living, and what you can do with those leftover things. From a program review standpoint, we had the Greendale Men's Choir here. I believe it was last week? Feels like it was longer ago.
Yeah,
last week.
Yeah.
We had a nice group for it. The feedback we've received has been very positive. We offered muffins as well for the group that came, and coffee, which was sponsored by FASCA. And the gentleman joined us for lunch as well.
I understand you have a pianist also.
Well, last time they came, they had a pianist, so we had it ready for them.
Yeah.
But
Didn't Jackie Knox play on the piano?
did she play some?
Yeah, she did. Can you put your hands on your mouth and talk louder? Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, it was nice to see her.
Yeah, she did. She's quite accomplished.
I guess so.
What did she play?
Violin also.
Really? Yeah.
I always wanted to play piano, but I never learned.
Beautiful.
I think that's one of those instruments you can play throughout your life, whereas I played the flute. There's not much need to play the flute for anyone. And get
But
it.
you can't carry the piano around.
That's true. That's true. You can't carry that one around, but if there's ever one there, you're set.
Right.
But
That is-
that's my report. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Okay, work group reports. Newsletter?
Like Mignon said, we're featuring the outreach team on the front page.
Okay.
It's really in-depth. And I'd like to thank Mignon for sitting down with both of them and getting every detail, so the public will know exactly what they're doing there. 'Cause a lot of people want to know, what do they do in there?
Right.
And I'm just waiting for one more article that's being put into the computer, and it should be ready this week.
Good. Old business.
Oh, can I just say one more thing?
Oh, go ahead.
I just, as most of you know, that my brother passed away 3 weeks ago. And I really want to thank everybody for their cards, and especially the beautiful bishop plants that was sent from the senior center. We were overwhelmed with that, so I want to thank everybody.
You're welcome. we're sorry to hear about your loss.
Thank you.
Annual report.
I wanted to give you all a copy of what ended up being submitted. We had feedback from the chair on how we organized the annual report that we put into the town. So we made changes, and she reviewed it again, and no other member of the board gave feedback, and we submitted the copy as
This was
sent by the chair. Yep.
Okay. Training session?
So I just wanted to remind everyone that we have that upcoming training session that's open to our COA board, our FASCA board, and also the volunteers at the center for dealing with difficult people. Customer service training, give us all some tips on how to deal with challenging personalities that we sometimes come across. That will be Monday, February 22nd at 10:30. Everyone should have received a flyer in their materials for today. And we've also passed them out to the volunteers and to FASCA. So we do have, I think, around 10 people who have signed up for it. So there's still room and opportunity if anyone wants to attend. And at that time, too, I'll probably take the opportunity to pass something around to those folks to ask if there are other topics that they would find helpful to have other training sessions. So if there is anything that anyone in this group or otherwise would like some more information or training on, please let me know and we can research that as well.
New business. Council on Aging meeting. Time discussion.
So at the last FASCA meeting, they had voted before to change their date, and they were on a different day than us because we had been running into their meeting time. So at their last meeting, they decided they would like to come back to the same date because a lot of the members are the same, and it just would be easier for everyone. So they had decided that they were going to meet at 11 o'clock today, but due to the snow, they had canceled. But I wanted to just bring it to discussion of this group whether we wanted to stay at the time we were at 10 o'clock or move up. And Lillian, you might have thoughts on this too.
We could start at 4:15.
Yeah.
Is anybody?
I can't start at 12. I have to start at 10 because Tuesday's my day to work in the kitchen and I have to.
All right,
Rush over,
we'll
so-
leave it at 10 then.
Yeah.
You could leave it at 10, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think it will work out, but we said that we would, bring it to discussion
Yeah.
at this group.
Our meeting gets over pretty good.
Yeah, I think, with our current chair, things move very smoothly.
Moves very
And that we
well.
won't have an
Yeah.
issue, but we said we would bring it up.
We can't vote on it anyway, we'll take it up the next meeting. Job fair?
So we had hosted a job fair last year for those over 55 in our community who are looking for employment opportunities. We had partnered with the Workforce Central out of Worcester, and they are willing and very excited to host it again with us this year. So last year we had it in June because it was a grant sponsored activity that was when we needed to have it. This year I'd like to move it up to May, and we have a date of May 20th, which is a Friday afternoon, to host the fair. It's Older Americans Month in May, so I think it's a nice opportunity to get some additional people into our center. We got some great volunteers in response to it last year who are now at the center who may not have come through if not for that last year.
We don't have to vote on that anyway, it'll be up to you. Volunteer dinner.
So we wanted to discuss April's coming up, which is where we traditionally have our volunteer event for recognition of everyone. Last year we were at Happy's, and we had a kind of a mixed meal of, there were some hot options and there was some sandwich selections. So we wanted to see if the council had any dates that they preferred for April or any dates that were not available for us to look at for that date. We also wanted to ask if there was any feedback on whether people enjoyed that meal or if we want to look for a different option, whether we want to do, a brunch or breakfast or stick with a lunch meal, just to see if anyone had any thoughts on that.
Cheryl, didn't you have a date?
No.
No. So,
Tuesday in April.
yeah, we can't vote on that either, we'll have to take it up
What
again.
Sundays are available?
So we have, I mean, and again, it has to do with the restaurant when they have availability.
Right,
But
correct.
the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th are the Sundays in April. The 17th is the day before a holiday. Whether that, works into our decision, I don't know. If people go away
Yeah,
that
they
week,
go
maybe.
away.
So
All right,
maybe
this
one
is
wants
the
to go away
April
from that.
date?
Those are the April Sunday dates. So the 3rd, the 10th, or the 24th.
Okay.
And depending on what kind of food we want and what the availability of the restaurant is. If there's any day besides the 17th we should stick away from, we'll work on contacting them just to secure a date so that we can move forward.
So we should take it up next week? Or is that too late?
I think we probably want to get that date done. I don't think it needs to be a vote of the council, but if there's any discussion that besides the 17th there's a date we should stick away from, I think we can do it as an administrative staff. We can, move forward with those things.
Any ideas?
I don't know why I'm thinking towards the latter of the month. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Easter,
We'll have to keep-
Easter is in March.
Yeah, it's in March,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm looking for a calendar.
Like the 24th, the 29th.
So it'll still be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either the 24th or
Oh, the 3rd. Or the 10th.
I don't know if it helps you see on it.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
No.
Sunday. That's Sunday.
The 10th? Yeah. What do you think, Bob?
What's the choices?
It's the
3rd,
3rd,
10, or 20?
This is a holiday, so it either has to be the 10th, is that the 10th?
Yep.
The 10th, the 17th, or the 24th.
The 24th?
Yeah.
Isn't that a holiday? No?
Yeah, so we weren't going to do this. Either 3, 10, or 24.
Yeah.
Oh, to go away for the 17th, she said.
Yeah, 3,
The
10.
10th, the 24th.
What do you think, Carrie?
I mean, I think that I'm a middle of the road person. I'd try for the 10th.
Yeah.
If they're available, if not, I'd fall back to the 24th.
Yeah, good idea.
Because we gotta get it booked in there,
10th or
right?
the 24th.
okay, we'll go ahead and research those.
See which one is available.
Yep. And does anyone have any thoughts on the meal from last year? Did you hear positive feedback? I heard pretty middle of the road feedback from it.
I think it was good,
It was good?
didn't you?
Yeah.
I think it was a good choice.
I do too.
There was hot and cold, so.
Yeah.
Right. I think we'll stay with the plan.
Okay.
Everybody agree on that?
Yeah.
We're not voting, we're just deciding.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we'll move ahead with those plans and have more
Okay.
information for
Yeah.
you
Okay.
next time.
The total. Happy.
And, last year, Basco was very generous with support, and I have, sure they will be again. We'll bring that up to them at their next
They're
meeting.
having a meeting next week.
Yes.
Next week.
And so we'll bring that up.
They had prizes last year.
Yeah, last year, our chair did some raffles. We can ask Basco if they would like to
Right.
support or do that, because that's kind of their domain.
Everybody got a Dunkin'
And,
Donut card.
yeah, we did Dunkin' Donut cards, which I think were very well received.
That was well received.
So we can see if Basco would like to, go forward with that again this year. I think that went well. I think everyone, it was something that, it's not another thing that collects in your home, but is a nice token of appreciation. So we'll move forward with that and speak with Basco about their support.
Okay. There's one other thing. We voted at FASCA's last month about the exercise.
Yes. Those have been purchased. So
Yeah.
the Auburn Visiting Nurses does a Friday program here that has pedalers. So they have ones that you do with your arms, and they have ones that you do with your feet. And they had been requesting, they have had additional people show up for class, so they needed more machines. So
Right.
FASCA generally voted to approve any additional equipment they needed. So we spoke with the group, and they requested 2 more of each kind of the pedaler. So those are here, and they have been
Good.
put together,
Mhm.
and they are ready for them to use this week.
Great.
I put them together in the snow
You
yesterday.
did?
Yes.
Together. Thank you.
We'll see if they work, but they're together.
Okay.
And I also think that having the young, through the, and Cheryl suggested it too, is last month we had all the exercise programs on the front page. We had a week that they could do them for free, and I think that helped boost
Yeah.
people trying it. And that was very good.
Yeah, it was.
Very, very good. It was a great idea.
We're going to take that information too, and we took the leftover newsletters from last month and cut that out, so that if we have people at their desk asking about exercise programs, we can give them a flyer that has all that. So when those are out, we'll take that information, make a flyer we can have at the desk, so that if people ask about it, we can give them all the, because the receptionist might not know always what class is what and what kind of
Right.
thing is done there, so
Yeah.
that would be helpful for
That's
people.
good.
We have a lot going on with this year, more than ever, because
We
every
have.
single room had a function in it except the bathroom. So, and we couldn't let that be rented.
Okay. Any other comments?
Yes, I have one.
What?
Last Wednesday, we had quite a bit of rain.
Can you talk louder?
Last Wednesday, we had quite a bit of rain. And we were here to play cribbage at night. And that doorway in the front that's on the north side, is that the north side? Yeah, the north side is one that they use quite frequently to come in and go out. And there's a low spot there. And so there was a puddle there, and it was wet. And I think we have to look at that and see if we can't put a little dome to it so that the water runs off there and doesn't puddle right there when you're trying to come into the entrance. People would rather come in that way, especially if they park in the handicap, than go all the way around and come in the other way.
Sure. We can look
So,
into seeing if we can remedy that. I'll speak with the DPW and see if they have suggestions of what we can do.
Any other comments? I need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
It's
It's not a vote, it's just we're assuming. All right, but the next meeting will be
Just Bill fight.
March 8th
March 8th.
at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.